had my dream in America. I made my dream here, coming into broadcasting, and now I'm sort of going back to what feels comfortable again in some ways. And that's probably the reason why I'm leaving Nine is not because I don't like this place anymore. I love it here. Love working with all of you. But I think getting back to working with young athletes is probably what really sort of suits me, and sort of making their dreams come true now after I sort of had the chance to make mine come true. So that's the reason I'm leaving. But I leave here with a really heavy heart because I just love this last 6 years. And some of the stories that we've done has been fantastic. I've had the opportunity to cover the first Dockers Grand Final, 2 big changes at the Eagles and the Dockers with coaching changes. So there's been so much that's happened here. The network's taken over. It's been a really exciting time. Probably the best story that I did, the one I reflect on the most, was the one I did on Paul Hazelby, which I think you didn't see. But it was a time when depression was coming to be sort of talked about a lot more in football. And it was a taboo subject. But around about 2011, so the second year I was here, we started making, the talk about depression was coming out. And Paul Hazelby had just finished playing football and invited us to go up to Killarney, this tiny little country town, where their football club, their captain committed suicide the year before. And he went up there, and we didn't know much about what Hayes was going to talk about, but he went in front of the players and just completely unloaded about his problems with depression and his thoughts about suicide and alcoholism and all this stuff. And no one had any clue. It was really powerful stuff. And in the end, it was a great story, and really, he became an ambassador for Beyond Blue and stuff like that. I'll never forget that story, but there's been other ones. The funniest story in the newsroom doesn't involve me in my time. It involves my favourite person that I've worked with in the newsroom, and that's Bobby Hunter. And Bobby, I love working with you over the years. We've become pretty close talking to each other. But this story, and a lot of you know this story, it's one that is sort of the magic of TV in some ways, where you don't know what goes on behind the scenes when you're watching at home, and how it all sort of comes together. Bobby was down at a tribunal hearing doing a live cross about Darren Glass, who was about to find out if he was going to get done for head-high contact. He was up for about 2 weeks. And in the end, he delivered the cross beautifully, just nailed it. Just said, we'll have a ruling on Glass tomorrow night. What Bobby didn't know at the time was that ruling came out seconds later on social media or Twitter, something like that. The producer knew and sent a message down to Bobby, who was just about done to his earpiece and thought it was pretty good. And it said, "Bobby, we're coming back to you in 30 seconds. Get ready." What? What for? What for? Someone quickly scrambled the details. I was watching the control room. It was absolute pandemonium. He nailed the live cross. Glass was off and all that sort of stuff. But I think that's the great thing. People don't know what goes behind the scenes in TV and how magical it can be. Just wrapping up, I suppose the best thing I've got to show for coming to Channel 9 is the fact that I met my future wife here as well. So Stacey and I are getting married in March, and we met on the very first day. I chased her around for 6 months. She wasn't interested in all. Until I got Tyson Beattie Twitter handle. That's what sold her. But yeah, I just want to thank everyone, editors working on sports stories, how fun that is on a Saturday afternoon before 6 o'clock. Tomo, real mention to you. You took a shot on me. I really owe so much to you, and the fact that the way it sort of all came around, going to America, and then you were able to help hire me here. And just to everyone else, thanks very much. I'm having a drink tonight. If you can come down, it'd be great. But I wish you all the best. Thanks.